Hey there, future job superstars. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I've got a game-changing video lined up for you, especially if you're prepping for that all-important face-to-face interview. For those who are watching for the first time my videos, my name is Vivi Atia, a seasoned human resources expert and entrepreneur, and I am here to help you understand and avoid the top 10 most frequent mistakes the candidates must avoid in face-to-face interviews. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell, so you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. And hey, if you've got any questions or personal experiences that you want to share, write them down in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going. During my career with over 15 years of experience hiring thousands of employees at all levels into major companies, surveyed hiring managers, spoken to industry experts, and I compiled the ultimate list of the top 10 interview mistakes that could cost you your dream job. But don't worry, I've got your back. By the end of this video, you'll be interview ready like never before. Without any further delay, let's dive right into the top 10 most common mistakes that candidates frequently encounter during the face-to-face job interviews. Mistake number 1: arriving late or not showing up at all. Arriving late for an interview or, worse yet, not showing up without any prior notice at all is one of the most detrimental mistakes a candidate can make during the job application process. This error sends a clear message of unprofessionalism and disrespect to the potential employer. Employers schedule interviews meticulously, often accommodating multiple busy agendas to assess candidates. When you're late or absent without a valid reason, it disrupts their plans and creates an unfavorable impression. Even if you have legitimate reasons for tardiness or absence, failing to communicate these reasons in advance compounds the error. In a competitive job market, where first impressions are crucial, arriving late or not showing up for an interview is a surefire way to move your application to the bottom of the pile. To avoid this mistake, plan your journey well in advance, anticipate traffic or other potential delays, and always aim to arrive a bit early. If an unforeseen circumstance does arise, promptly communicate your situation, and offer an apology. Demonstrating professionalism in these situations can sometimes salvage your chances, but prevention is always the best course of action. Mistake number 2: inappropriate attire and personal grooming. Your choice of attire and personal grooming plays a pivotal role in shaping the first impression you make during an interview. Arriving with inappropriate attire or inadequate personal grooming can instantly detract from your professionalism and suitability for the role. Wearing clothing that is too casual, flashy, revealing, or ill-fitting can give the impression that you didn't take the interview seriously or that you're not attuned to the company's culture and expectations. On the other hand, dressing too formally when the company has a relaxed atmosphere can make you seem out of touch or overly rigid. Personal grooming, including cleanliness, hygiene, and grooming choices, also speaks volumes about your attention to detail and respect for the interview process. Overlooking basic grooming practices or arriving with a disheveled appearance can signal a lack of self-care and disregard for the impression you convey. Ultimately, inappropriate attire and personal grooming can distract from your qualifications and the valuable skills you bring to the table. To avoid this mistake, research the company culture and industry norms to guide your clothing choices. If your interview with the employer is facilitated by a headhunter or recruitment agency, don't hesitate to ask them for their recommendations. Always aim for clean, well-fitting attire that aligns with the position and company you're interviewing with. Prioritize personal grooming to present yourself as a polished, professional candidate who takes the interview seriously. Mistake number 3: not researching the company or the role you applied for. Failing to conduct thorough research on the company and the specific role you've applied for is a significant and all too common interview mistake. It sends a clear message to the interviewer that you're disinterested, unprepared, or lack the dedication needed for the position. During an interview, employers expect candidates to demonstrate a genuine interest in their organization. When you arrive unprepared, you miss the opportunity to showcase your knowledge of the company's mission, values, products, services, and recent developments. This lack of preparation can lead to generic, uninspiring answers and questions, and it may appear as though you're simply going through the motions rather than actively pursuing the job. Furthermore, not researching the role itself can result in misalignment between your skills and the job's requirements. You may struggle to articulate how your background and experience make you a suitable candidate, leaving the interviewer with doubts about your qualifications. In today's competitive job market, thorough research is a non-negotiable part of interview preparation. To avoid this mistake, invest time in studying the company's website, reviewing recent news articles or press releases, and gaining insight into their industry. Tailor your answers and questions during the interview to demonstrate your enthusiasm and understanding of the company and role. This proactive approach will significantly enhance your chances of making a positive impression and landing the job. Mistake number 4: rambling answers or talking too much. One of the pitfalls to avoid during a face-to-face interview is providing answers that wander aimlessly or extend far beyond what is necessary. When candidates fall into the trap of rambling or talking excessively, it can lead to several negative outcomes. Firstly, it can demonstrate a lack of concise communication skills. Employers value candidates who can articulate their thoughts clearly and concisely, as this skill is often reflective of how well you can communicate in the workplace. Secondly, lengthy responses may inadvertently divulge too much information, including personal or irrelevant details. Sharing overly personal anecdotes or going off on tangents can make you seem unfocused or disorganized. Moreover, talking excessively can consume precious interview time, leaving less opportunity for the interviewer to ask questions or for you to learn more about the role and company. It can also be exhausting for the interviewer, potentially leading to disinterest or a negative impression. To avoid this mistake, practice answering common interview questions concisely. Focus on providing relevant information and examples without veering off topic. Use the STAR, situation, task, action, result, method to structure your responses. Additionally, listen actively to the interviewer's questions and gauge their interest in your answers. If you notice signs of disengagement, be prepared to wrap up your response succinctly. Effective communication, marked by clear and concise responses, will help you make a positive impact during your interview. Mistake number 5: lack of enthusiasm for the company or the role. One of the most notable errors a candidate can make during a face-to-face interview is failing to convey genuine enthusiasm for the company and the role they are applying for. Enthusiasm is a critical factor that employers look for in potential hires. It demonstrates your motivation, commitment, and genuine interest in becoming a part of the organization. Without enthusiasm, you may come across as disinterested, which can raise doubts about your willingness to invest time and effort into the position. Additionally, not showing enthusiasm for the company suggests that you haven't done your homework and aren't genuinely aligned with their values and mission. This can be a significant red flag for employers who are seeking candidates who will be a good cultural fit. To avoid this mistake, research the company thoroughly, and find aspects of their mission, values, products, or services that genuinely resonate with you. During the interview, express your enthusiasm by highlighting how your skills and experiences align with the role and how you're excited about the opportunity to contribute to the company's success. Your enthusiasm can be a powerful asset in making a positive impression and securing the job. Mistake number 6: talking negative about previous employers, managers or colleagues. During a face-to-face interview, one grave error that candidates should avoid at all costs is speaking negatively about past employers, managers, or colleagues. This mistake can significantly harm your chances of landing the job, as it reflects poorly on your professionalism and interpersonal skills. When you criticize previous employers or coworkers, it raises concerns about your ability to work well with others and handle workplace challenges maturely. Employers typically seek candidates who can navigate difficult situations diplomatically and professionally. Furthermore, speaking negatively about your past experiences can cast a shadow on your attitude and demeanor. It can make you appear as someone who is inclined toward negativity, discontent, or even ungratefulness, which is not an appealing trait to potential employers. To avoid this mistake, when asked about past experiences or challenges, frame your responses in a constructive manner. Emphasize what you've gained from those experiences and how they have contributed to your growth and preparedness for the new role. This approach showcases your maturity, professionalism, and ability to handle adversity gracefully. Mistake number 7: interrupting the interviewer. Interrupting the interviewer during a face-to-face interview is a notable mistake that can hinder your chances of making a positive impression. It's essential to maintain respectful and effective communication throughout the interview process. Interrupting the interviewer can signal impatience, rudeness, or a lack of listening skills. It implies that you may not value the interviewer's perspective or that you're more focused on what you want to say than on actively engaging in the conversation. Interviewers ask questions deliberately to gain insight into your qualifications, experience, and problem-solving abilities. Interrupting them may prevent you from fully understanding the question or providing a relevant response, which can hinder your ability to showcase your suitability for the role. Furthermore, interrupting the interviewer can create an uncomfortable atmosphere during the interview and may lead to a negative impression. It's crucial to remember that the interview is a two-way conversation, and there will be opportunities to ask questions and share your thoughts without interrupting. To avoid this mistake, practice active listening during the interview. Allow the interviewer to finish their questions and statements before responding. Take a moment to gather your thoughts before providing well-considered, concise answers. Demonstrating your ability to listen and engage in a respectful dialogue will leave a favorable impression on the interviewer. Mistake number 8: lack of manners. Failing to exhibit basic manners during a face-to-face interview is a significant mistake that can seriously undermine your professionalism and the impression you leave on the interviewer. Firm handshake. A limp or weak handshake can convey a lack of confidence or enthusiasm. On the other hand, an overly aggressive or bone-crushing grip can come across as domineering. Striking the right balance with a firm, but not overpowering, handshake is essential. It communicates self-assuredness and respect. Eye contact. Avoiding eye contact or staring without blinking can both be off-putting. Maintaining appropriate and natural eye contact during the interview demonstrates your attentiveness and engagement. It conveys that you're confident and interested in the conversation. Polite greeting. Failing to offer a polite greeting at the beginning of the interview can set a negative tone for the entire conversation. It's customary to greet the interviewer with a warm and friendly, "hello," or "good morning." Skipping this basic courtesy can make you appear rude or disinterested. These manners are part of the nonverbal cues that contribute to your overall communication during an interview. They may seem minor, but they have a substantial impact on the impression you make. Employers often pay close attention to these cues, as they reflect your interpersonal skills, professionalism, and suitability for the workplace. To avoid this mistake, practice your handshake to ensure it's confident and appropriate. Make a conscious effort to maintain eye contact while listening and speaking during the interview. And always begin the interview with a friendly and polite greeting to set a positive tone. Mistake number 9: ignoring the nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication encompasses a wide range of cues, including facial expressions, body language, posture, and gestures. These cues often convey emotions, attitudes, and levels of engagement that may not be apparent through words alone. Ignoring them can lead to misinterpretations and missed opportunities. For instance, facial expressions, smiles, frowns, or raised eyebrows can convey enthusiasm, confidence, or skepticism. Body language. Sitting up straight and maintaining an open posture signifies attentiveness and confidence, while slouching or crossing your arms can indicate discomfort or defensiveness. Eye contact. Consistent eye contact shows engagement and interest, while avoiding eye contact can signal discomfort or evasiveness. Gestures. Appropriate hand gestures can enhance your communication, but excessive or distracting gestures may detract from your message. Ignoring these nonverbal cues can hinder your ability to connect with the interviewer and may lead to misinterpretations. It's essential to be mindful of your nonverbal communication and ensure that it aligns with your verbal responses and the overall impression you want to convey. To avoid this mistake, practice good nonverbal communication techniques before the interview. Don't be ashamed to practice in front of a mirror. Pay attention to your posture, maintain appropriate eye contact, and be conscious of your facial expressions and gestures. Mistake number 10: not demonstrating soft skills. Soft skills, such as communication, teamwork, adaptability, and problem-solving, are crucial in today's workplace and are often as important as technical skills or qualifications. Employers value soft skills because they contribute to a positive work environment and are indicative of a candidate's ability to collaborate, communicate, and thrive in various situations. Failing to demonstrate these skills during the interview can hinder your chances of securing the job. Few examples for instance are: communication. If you struggle to articulate your thoughts clearly, listen actively, or engage in meaningful dialogue during the interview, it may raise doubts about your communication skills. Teamwork. If you don't provide examples of successful collaboration or lack an understanding of the importance of teamwork, you may appear as though you're not a team player. Adaptability. In a constantly evolving work environment, adaptability is highly prized. If you don't showcase your ability to embrace change or handle unexpected challenges, you may appear inflexible. Problem solving. Not highlighting instances where you've effectively solved problems or overcome obstacles may make it seem like you lack critical thinking skills. It's essential to remember that soft skills are transferable and can be applied in various job roles. To avoid this mistake, prepare specific examples from your experiences that demonstrate each soft skill. When responding to interview questions, weave these examples into your answers to provide concrete evidence of your abilities. This will help you stand out as a well-rounded candidate who possesses not only technical skills but also the interpersonal skills necessary for success in the workplace. And there you have it. Top 10 most common mistakes candidates make during face-to-face interviews. Click that share button if you found this video helpful, and don't forget please to subscribe so you won't miss out on my future videos. Thank you for tuning in, and best of luck with your next interview. You've got this.